Section 14 begins with a new chapter, Al-Hijr, the rocky tract, which contains the verse where God says that He is the one who has sent down the reminder, meaning this Qur'an, and it is He who will preserve it. Then we find a series of passages where God makes mention of some of His creations, such as the mesmerizing constellations we see up in the sky, and the firm mountains we see placed around the earth, and what the human being was created from, and what the jinn was created from. This then followed briefly by the story of the creation of the first human being, Adam, and what transpired thereafter. We also find some beautiful descriptions in brief about the people in paradise. Then we are informed in detail about the story of Lot, peace be upon him, and the people of Sodom and Gomorrah. A few passages later, God mentions that He has not created the heavens and the earth and everything in between except for a purpose. Moving to the chapter of An-Nahl, the bee, God mentions about the various things He has created and explains why regarding some of those creations. Then moving through a number of passages, we find some thought-provoking verses along the way. If you tried to count the blessings of God, you would never be able to number them. Surely God is all forgiving, most merciful. And later in another verse referring to the polytheists, they swear by God their most solemn oaths that God will never raise the dead to life. Yes, He will. It is a true promise binding on Him. But most people do not know. And God has said, do not take two gods. There is only one God. So be in awe of me alone. Over a number of passages, God then mentions various of His creations, and that in them are signs for the people. The rain from the sky, cattle and milk, fruits and intoxicants, bees and honey, human being and old age, wealth, spouses, children and grandchildren, and that the birds are held up in the sky only by God. In all of these are signs, so take the time to reflect. Also in an amazing verse, God says, and God brought you out of the wombs of your mothers while you knew nothing, and gave you hearing, sight and intellect, so that perhaps you would be thankful. And later commands us on how to behave with close relatives. Then we get a powerful reminder, whatever you have will end, but whatever God has is everlasting, and we will certainly reward the steadfast according to the best of their deeds. And a warning, do not falsely declare with your tongues, this is lawful and that is unlawful, only fabricating lies against God. Indeed, those who fabricate lies against God will never succeed. Then we finish with the beautiful verse, invite all to the way of your Lord with wisdom and kind advice, and only debate with them in the best manner. Surely your Lord alone knows best who has strayed from His way and who is rightly guided. And that brings us to the end of section 14.